And we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, where we play the Stoneblock. And this don't look like much of a face really. It's like a weird pink smile, and then there's like two little eyeballs. It looks. This helmet's really odd. Thank you for the bananas in chat. 4Gil, Fortunate Dorado, Brainboy9, Becca, Blackjack, Baytender Neela Flowers, Devin Crates. Thank you so much for sharing those with me. What's changed here? What's going on? I built not one more, but two more of these. Including the ceiling with the solar panels. Which reminded me that does the production go down at night? No, I was doing all sorts of configurating and figuring out. See, I've installed that over there, and now this stuff is running. Ooh, way better. I think while I've just been logged in over here this morning, I think it's kind of caught up. Let's check out what's going on in here. It looks like, or maybe something else is causing a threshold problem. So we're going to upgrade the system a little bit today. Should be a quick and simple thing, as the hard stuff for setting up all of this. But I did make some interesting changes. I separated these into 3 different channels, and there are 2 machines providing for each one. And one other experiment I think I might do is run these pumps individually, so that like they're sectioned off 2 per. So the brine, you know. We got 3 channels, and then they're completely separate, even though this is in an array. For the 3 different things that we got. That's kind of an idea I had, but it looks like we might not need it. Salt is that? How is there so much salt? Oh yeah, another thing I changed is I put round robin on all of these. Maybe that helped with the distribution. Anyway, I think we're being bottlenecked by different materials. And we can't really expand our array here. We could make it deeper, but I think what I want to do is swap the whole system around so that we have this at the bottom and then again at the top. Yeah. Anyways, so we're going to do a little bit of upgrading our mining system to begin with. When we've done that, we're going to look at using garden cloches today to grow some materials. I've been doing some experimenting with this stuff right here. As you can see, we're growing it inside of the cloche with power and water. I'm not sure you actually need continuous water or not, but it's full. I guess you need to continuously pump it in there. Got another compactor machine over here set up. I've been doing loads of setup, right? In between streams, if we go over here and look at Immersive Engineering, you're just going to see that there is far more recipes in there, including all of the sheet metal. So giving ourselves tons of options. So welcome to all the peeps tuning in. Blackjack says 2 electrolytic separators with appropriate power inputs can handle 16 thermal evaporation chambers. Oh, interesting. So are you saying that essentially the array is pointless? I don't know. I'll mess about with it. But yeah, it's all looking good so far. We got noises in the ear. We got Sakajan90 here for 10 months. Ren's Cold Sun here for 23. Thank you so much for your continued support, peeps. It's appreciated. I was going to comment on how these machines weren't keeping up, but I mean, I last looked at it. I can't remember when. I think it was one of the last things I did before I logged out, and then I logged in this morning, and it seems like this is now the bottleneck. Definitely the bottleneck. So we need more mechanical squeezers. Is that an array of 9? So we're going to double this thing up. I need an ender chest, I need my conduits, and I'm probably going to need some form of facades as well. This thing's playing up again today. It was doing really good while I was doing all of that over there, and it started playing up again. Kind of odd. Blackjack says, yes, I was testing in the creative world just to see how much was needed for a fully upgraded void miner. Oh, right. Well, mine is a fully upgraded void miner as far as I'm aware, and it looks like we're close to getting on top of it. So we're after 9 of those, and I guess it's possible that my supply of mineral stuff... Okay, I'm looking at it in the wrong place. It's really that low. How has it gotten... How have I gotten so little left compared to having so many of these? Right, so if I click on that, it comes from the bonsai tree. Oh, you can... Oh, okay. We might manually do some of that then. Oh, God. Really am struggling. I've had this sort of throaty, not clearedness for like a while now. It seems to really kick in when I start talking, when I stream. Matsubu, the one, the only, for 35 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I've got a hot cup of tea here, by the way. Blackjack says the Void Miner caps out at 7 speed upgrades. You want to replace the extra with luck. Oh, okay. That's a good tip. Yeah, we'll come back. Well, yeah. I don't want to take the long trip over there, but I'm gonna have to basically. Yeah, another thing I want to do, and maybe we'll do it today, is like get this thing finished up, the decoration for this area. So if it maxes out at 7, then we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. Is it 7 on either side that I've got? It is. So I guess I need another 7 luck. What are the other ones? Null modifier, accuracy. I think that requires using a different lens, doesn't it? Oh, wait. How can I craft them from down here? This wireless thing is just so unpredictable sometimes. Oh, and then I made 7. Well, whatever. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All fixed up. Now I've got to remember what we were doing. I'm going to make the mechanical squeezer. Also, by the way, X, there is a way to get rid of the craft presence window that appears sometimes when you type in the terminal. You have to go into its own key binding settings. I've looked into the key binding stuff and I've tried to get that stuff to be more helpful and I've failed. So I'm not going to mess around with it on stream. It can be really quite tedious to go through all those different key binds. Let's go plop this down here. It'll get the last bit of juice from there, I guess. And then grab some mineral wood. That's something we want to automate then, actually. We want to make this into a recipe. It also makes a fluid, and we're... At least I think it does, yeah. Mineral resin, and we're going to encounter storing fluids in AE2 soon. So let's go ahead and add that on the side. Don't need that one anymore. As a reminder, these are all now reminders of like projects that we're doing. Like we want to do something with that because it sounds super funny and interesting. And we've got to do our creosote. We're making our industrial hemp today. Iron drums are decorative. Fortune for the sieves is something I'll probably do off camera. I think I wanted that as a building material, but I'm just going to get rid of it for now. Wither-proof blocks. Ah, yeah, because we're going to build a wither farm. I think we might even start a little bit of that today if we get some time. So anyway, right, we just added another project to the list. There's always a growing list of things you can do, right? And now we need to make a bunch of mechanical squeezers. I believe it was 9. Still need more? Oh well. Let's get some more mineral wood then. Thought we just chucked in quite a bit. But apparently not. Mechanical drying basin can solidify the resin. The liquid itself isn't useful, says Thomas Derps. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. You know, that's a good point. Like, it's fun to store the liquids, but what are we going to use it for? So let's go click on it, and let's look at the uses. So you can make florbs. Don't know what that is. A portable, you can fill a tank. Yeah, this is all filling up tanks here, is what we're looking at, I think. You can turn it into a block. You can use the drying basin to turn it into a clock. Yeah, it does look genuinely useless apart from florbs. Which is this. Oh, but then you can use that. No, that's... okay. It's one of these little things here. It's like... okay, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at anymore. It really doesn't appear to be useful, so... we'll go ahead and make that... what was it? Oh, it was mechanical something. Mechanical, that's the one. Florb equals fluid plus orb, says Henrucho. Florbs are just stackable buckets, completely useless. Buckets are already stackable in this one. Oh no, I guess they're not when they're filled, right? Well, we'll do that then. So I guess this is turning into a contraption. Oh, I see. We've got Memorial written over here. So that thing has the batteries and the squeezer. This thing has the batteries, obsidian, and that. So one recipe for that, which I'm going to change to this stuff. And then back to, well, let's add that. To this thing. That is all we need. So we've got to find them a home. You may just spot or notice that there are loads more recipes and stuff here. Now we can craft one of those. Let's go attach... oh, I guess I've got to take it out. Attach a conduit for liquid. Over here. It might also need power now to think about it, so... I mean, assuming it can work like that, so let's extract. That liquid is now being moved into here. Right, looks like it wants power. Let's quickly just hook that up. Now it should have access to power. No, that's empty, so I need another capacitor. Because this is all temporary here, by the way, obviously. I'm not really caring too much about what we're doing. I think that's the insert one over here. Oh, did it? No, I moved those in. I was messing around with getting conduits to get these things out of here, and they just don't do it. And eventually I figured out how you get the items out. It's interesting. Okay, there you go. So now we produce blocks from here, as well as those bits. Which is all good news, really. Oh, wow, 35! Goodness me. Well, goodness me. Let's chuck those into the system, and now try and make our mechanical squeezers. What do we got? Enough to make them. Beautiful. That means we can start work on the project over here. But first of all, I'm going to drink some tea and see what people in chat are talking about. Give it another couple of minutes and that'll change to cold tea, says Becca. Becca, have some faith in me. Come on. You do require the liquid mineral to make mineral glass, but it's not completely necessary since you're not using integrated dynamics that much apart from building. If we need to make it later on, then we could shimmy up the project. Let's actually have a look, because I didn't notice that. So... mineral glass is not a block. It doesn't appear to be a thing. Cuplex. Bayturned Neil says, have you expanded your wireless to include the newest builds? My wireless receiver is somewhere down just underneath there. It's very odd, I don't know, it doesn't like this area here, it doesn't mind the void, doesn't mind over there, but it's something odd, like if I go into this space it tends to work in here. Except now it's not, so Wait, or am I just seeing the lack of stuff? I don't know. Blackjack says, put in some of your Infinity Booster cards. It should make it work better. Yeah, the problem is they get consumed very quickly, right? Like, it seems a bit pointless. Oh, Cuplex is derped. Oh, God. It's contagious, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to rearrange these capacitor banks. I want to focus on drinking my tea. Infinity booster cards get consumed. I didn't know that, says Cuplex. Yeah, we tried it. We put like half a stack into the slot there, I think, and they just disappeared in like half a minute. So it's a bit pricey. Right, we're gonna rip that off and rebuild this thing. Needs to kind of reach the middle, so I actually need more of these. These are regular capacitor banks. I'm going to put 2 in. That'll be them. So we've got that right there. Excuse me. And then the point goes on top. Now the next trick is that we're going to have these things run through here at this level so we can power ones above. Because we're putting in a whole new bunch of these. Whoops. And again, whoops. You know, I put these little facades over with, I think, the wrong texture. I think it might have made more sense to use mineral wood. Let's try that. I've also got my painting machine now in my backpack, so I can do this wherever I like, sort of. Out of range again. Are they called Infinity Booster cards because you need an infinite supply of them, says Devin? I don't know. I don't know. Right, so what are we doing? We flew over here to get... What was it? Binder. Conduit Binder makes the facades. Yeah, that's right. Look, these are all painted facades. How many did I pick out? 18. That's exactly how many I need. So instead of that, we want one of these, and we can just repaint them. Right, next up, all of this stuff's got to come out. In fact, what happens when I break... Oh, interesting. I guess I'll just do that. Right, they're almost all out. So what we're going to do here is swap these around. Which way was it? Oh yeah, that's going to be at the bottom. So I really need to redo that item conduit facade. And it had a filter on it. Uh-oh. That means I need to duplicate that filter. Okay, that might make it a little slower. That one's going to insert. And then over here we're going to extract. This is where we use our Conduit Probe. There it is. God, so many items to look at. Right, so anything in any one of those will now end up getting inserted into that chest. Now here's where we need to use that filter. And I also need to see what's on there. There's only 5 things that we do. So emerald... I can kind of memorize those because they're very vanilla. So we need diamond. Oh, they're probably not going to find them. Coal is one of them. Redstone. Lapis. Diamond and emerald, I think. God, look, loads of these are the ones that go in this little array. So this thing over here needs, like, expanding big time. Devs intended players to use lots of access points spaced out with maybe 5 cards in each, says Sir Firelord. Alright. So yeah, well, here's the thing. We put a second one down in this area and it did not help. It's like below my feet somewhere and it just doesn't work. Is it me or is that not painted? Does it clear? Oh. I wonder what happens when we place it. Oh, now, okay, now it appears. Weird. Oh, it's updated. Is that because I'm holding it? Huh. I thought they had that texture regardless of if you're holding it or not. That is. Oh no, no. Well, it's not the worst thing ever, is it? It's not the way around I wanted it. I wonder if there is a tool for that. Is there a tool for that? There might be. Romanch, I will do a video on frogs and tadpoles tomorrow. I was not aware of it. That one somehow skipped me by. It's actually quite difficult to keep up with all the dev tweets. There's just so many of them. So many devs now. Excuse me, gosh. So I guess we can get half of these going again, right? We just need to duplicate that filter, so we're on the lookout for diamonds and emeralds, which are kind of unlikely to accumulate, I guess, at this point. We can still add a filter, so the one at the top will have to come back and update later on. I've got a feeling those two that I left there are important. Demon King 98, King of the Demons. Also subscribing for 12 months, the whole year. Thank you ever so much for looking after those demons. I know it's hard being a Demon King, okay? Peeps are always like, oh, the demons are so bad. You know, all that torture and fire. But, you know, someone's got to look after them. God. People just want to complain, don't they? Thank you, my dude. Kevan's Tech. Or Kevin's Tech. Why did I put a Y in it? Kevin's Tech, thank you so much for the Prime subscription, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I watched The Last Duel last night. That was my scheduled movie. I see emeralds. It was pretty good. I think the rating on International Movie Database 7.5, pretty fair. It's a bit of a long-winded movie because it kind of like cycles over the same events, but overall I enjoyed it. My kind of movie. I like that kind of stuff. Kevan says enjoying. I normally watch them on YouTube. Well, glad to have you live with us today, my dude. Why hasn't EvilX made derp coin nuggets yet? I don't know. Didn't EvilX leave Hermitcraft already? Maybe that's why he's not doing much, because he's not there. Let's insert over here and extract over there. Probably want some speed upgrades now that I think about it. Now that I use my noggin a little bit. God, not those ones. Jeez, ThinkX. Those aren't even compatible. Right, we're just waiting on some diamonds to come through, really. So if I enable this one that has the others, it will at least leave the diamonds behind, while the ones at the bottom ain't doing anything yet. So this one's inserting, therefore we're going to copy it to all of these. Can I just say, this music's great. Galore is one of my favourites to listen to on stream at the moment. I'm so aware of music fatigue though, right? Like, when you have such a limited selection of stuff that you're going to listen to over and over again, it's like I don't want this this magic to disappear by listening to it so much. By the way, is there any way to rotate the texture here? I did keep an eye in chat. Didn't see an answer. Usually, some of y'all have got all the answers, and it'd be nice to rotate that. Is it me or should we have more? We do have more. There's 3 right there. Doesn't look too bad. I would like to rotate it though. The Mooble says tea has officially been made. Awesome, I've officially finished mine. Hopefully I don't take a page from Xisuma's book and forget about it. Well, I haven't forgotten about mine today. Lightly Lucid, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support, my dude. Very much appreciated. The name Lucid makes me think of dreaming, which reminds me, I want to check my stats. I didn't like fall asleep very easy last night. 83 was my sleep score. Yesterday I got a 90. Interesting. No, I've just been sleeping really well lately, it feels like. Yeah, so this is all set up as once we get Diamond Ore. You know, just waiting on that really. There it is. Okay, it's all set up then. So we get to attach that there. So then down at this level, upgrades and enable the extraction. Although, what I might want to do... oh! I think we've missed something here. Wait, they all got coal in? Let's go check it out. So... that should have been set up to extract on green. And insert on green. So why no insert? Why we got no... Don't tell me it only extracts from the bottom or something. It only extracts and inserts from the bottom. Oh my god, why do I have to find that out now? Oh, oh, God. Groans of pain. Why do I only find that out now? I've proclaimed. I can remedy this. I can actually remedy this pretty quickly and cleverly. But I gotta say, come on. You gotta remember so many details. It's driving me mad. What am I gonna do here? I'm going to cancel the extraction and insert on the brown channel. Oh, luckily I can remedy this. It's just annoying. It's just like, why? Why always me? What did I do to deserve this? Let's also, so I guess I need these things are gonna sort of overlap a little bit. Yeah, yeah, no, we're still good, So then down here, I gotta put it on that one, right? So now that I've made the other two channels different, that's okay. Yeah, so that one's now receiving on the brown channel, and it's extracting on the other, so... Oh, it's already put them all in. I was going to put some of these from my inventory in. Well, I guess I derped. Guess I derped already. Well, in that case... Oh, okay, right. I confused myself for a split second there. They should all start firing now. Because all of these will be extracting, right? There you go. Slight modification. That's all it needed. Can I start to put some of these back in at least? Because they're going to fill up my inventory for a while. Well, there you go. Doubled the capacity. That's got to be good for something, right? Oh, here's where I should be putting them then. It seems that there is actually room in some of these spots. More of the stuff. I should probably put like a round robin thing on these as well. Not sure it's necessary, but might help. Hey, there we go. Ah, look, we've got some empty ones over here. Yeah, let's put some round robin on this. So it's just that one. No, it's this one here. And that one there. Should space things out. So they're all running. Crazy. So we're pumping in tons of stuff into here. Right, all of this over here should still be good. Yeah, looking okay. It's this now that we've got to update. So I think we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 more of each. So we've got 7. We'll have 11 in total. How does that sound? X, you have to place the facades as they are logs. You have to look at the surface below the block. Oh, thank you. Let's give that a try. Nope. Nope, did you just say that? Did you just say that and you didn't even know? God. A round robin, not a square pigeon, says TX Writer. Ha 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 ha! Oh, with the jokes. Yogman says, hi Xisuma, I'm on day 16 on YouTube. Only want to say I love the series, have a great stream. Thank you, my dude. If you want to keep watching them one by one, go right ahead. If you want to... I mean, if you want to join us now, you'll be jumping way ahead. Way ahead. Let's go make some stonework factories. 4 of them, right? Do you think that'll be enough, peeps? If not, we can expand this thing relatively easily. It's not just that, though. We then need to make all these, like, upgrades as well. So, like, 1 of each upgrade. And then you gotta... Do you have to configure it? Yeah, like, yellow and blue can't eject. This won't really take that long. And do you know what? I think after this upgrade, I'm going to let it be. Let the system run, because although I want to get to be able to support the max level stuff, it's kind of grindy and stuff we've already done before. So, Induction Smelters, we need 4. That'll be the one. Probably might need some of those. Yeah, not sure what state I actually left this in. Look, you see I left my painting machine here. Left a hole in the ground. What have I done? Left a bit over here. And, oh yeah, not all of it is running now, so... It has caught up on something. It has caught up on something. Happy Cat 1928, thank you ever so much for your subscription. And TX Writer 1524 here for 4 months, saying glad you are still enjoying the pack. Been playing GTNH myself. Not sure what that one is. Super long playthrough mod pack on 1.7.10. Dang, that's old school. I don't think I would go as far back as that. I'd probably get confused. There'd probably be just stuff that, like, has been changed in Minecraft for such a long time. But, yeah. I did play some mod packs back then. I think that might have... In fact, the Feed the Beast one I think I first played might have been 1.7.10. Awesome Killing says X 90 FPS in modded Minecraft, me 30 FPS in vanilla of Optifine. Optifine isn't that great on all systems. Maybe try using is it sodium? Because Optifine reduces frames on my system, unfortunately. So make the tier 2s first is the trick, because they consume the tier 1s. And there you go. So energy, and then speed. Energy, speed. Wonderful, wonderful. Right, then go the Induction Smelters. Do they have a copy and paste tool, chat, like some of the other machines do? Because those copy and paste tools are really, really terrific. Oh, we've only got 4 of the top tier left. And we're going to need some more. So magma crucibles will be next. Haha. Why is it doing that, eh? Oh, then it's like, actually, just messing with you. Just messing with you. Oh, I've already got 1 resonant, I guess. I think I'm going to leave that in there. And then we've got 4 of these. So these will need to be freshly configured. away those go. Yes, the red print. It's a copy and paste tool for thermal expansion. What the words? Oh, I can't do the words. Give me what, a floppy disk? I don't want a floppy disk. I want a red print. So like, let's hover over it. I'm going to shift right click. It says blank. Use on a block to transfer stored settings. Holding offhand to automatically use them. That's cool. Use while sneaking to erase. So I've put the settings of that on here, I think. Right, okay. And then you erase it would be... So, erased, picked up. That's very nice. And that makes the rest of this super quick in junction with that. I don't think I'll even have to like open it up and look at it, right? So we got power and item conduits at all levels of this. We'll go ahead and set up the top and then move the ender chest. But there's no reason I can't just do that as well. In fact, I'll do the whole thing in one go and take this on offline for just a moment. There shouldn't be any like filter or anything I'm aware of. Also, what is the output channel? I guess if I put it back it will tell me. I should have checked that first. The output channel is red. Okay. Which is important. Okay, that seems to be alright. More capacitor banks, I guess, are in order. As we do, we like to keep a large stockpile of energy for the machines. So now I'm going to copy that, paste it on each of these. Should open that and see it in action. Sorry, wrong one. That one there. And then copy one at the top. And what we should see is a bunch of functioning machines. That is quick to set up with that trick, isn't it? And that's all we have to do. However, we got capacitor banks here. Cool. Well, that was good, wasn't it? What's that thing? An item buffer. Are we actually using that for any? I guess we are. The answer is yes. It's got to stock up all these machines, isn't it? Because that's what the ones at the top are doing, right? And now that they're actually doing something, I don't know if it'll be enough to keep up with this right here, but we'll leave it running and see if it makes a dent. That's all I'm going to do on that project today, peeps, because it's a bit of a dull one, really. We want to get to more creative stuff. Painting machine should go in here somewhere. We haven't done anything out of the book in a while. And I'll tell you what, I might just throw that manual into here. Along with some other things. What we've got, sheet metal, memorial logs. I'm going to chuck those in there. So that's a project we'll do today. Is automate that as well as the garden cloches. So let's do the cloches next. I've been automating tons of stuff and I got as far as this, right? And I left it there for a reason. The question is, can I actually remember that reason? Need speed augments in those machines. X will be super faster. Oh yeah. Yeah, so. Oh, and that. I missed that one, didn't I? So we need 4 pyros and 7 of those for each. Yep, let's get those in there. Now the thing above goes to work. Oh god, the anvil! It's like I'm banging your head on one. If your head was made of metal. So they'll be going faster now, very good. As there is a lot of materials coming through for them to do. Sounds like a dinner bell. Yeah. Like a bell. It's the Anvil sound though, I'm pretty sure, from the vanilla game. Okay then, what were we going to do? We were going to go look at Immersive Engineering next over here. Right, so as I said, I got as far as this one. So everything like in the beginning has kind of been put into the system. Now the reason I stopped here is because we have to create copper wire, and this I haven't really figured out how to do yet. So chat, I need your help. Now I've been told there's a way to configure a recipe. What is this? Exalted one. I want to exalted craft. Oh, how does one do this? What's that? What's that rising out of the bench? Singularity environment. What on earth is this stuff? I'm getting distracted again. Check the second tab, says Kubaz. Right, but I see this as being a potential pain. A potential pain. I really do. I would not like to make the big machines. I mean, what I was told is that there was a way to ignore... we need, like, infinity shears. Although they don't crop up there, which concerns me. B-mod deja vu, says Baytender. Is it? I'm not sure exactly why. Shouldn't be hard to make a metal press. I know it isn't that hard, but it's just like... It's going to get so finicky. It's going to annoy me, I know it. I often play Minecraft for your streams in the background, and the really sudden noises always startle me, says the Moobles. Don't encourage me to make sudden noises. Kelsa Doom says, just woke up and X is already down the rabbit hole again. We're not really down the rabbit hole. We're, I'm just... Someone in chat told me there's a way to do this, and I just want to clarify that again. Inputs the plates into an RF Tools crafter instead of the molecular assembler and set it up as a processing pattern. That's an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. The only thing is, can you set it up as a processing pattern? Unless you say it's a different machine. I don't know if you can do that. Like, that can't be put in, but that could. But I don't know if it has to be the metal press that does it. You'd also get 2, whereas that way you'd get 1. But then I might be able to finagle that. Yeah, I can finagle that. Remove that as well. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can learn something. So, it'll expect 1 for 1, which we can do with a crafter. So I'll take a tier 3. We've got the recipe in there for it. Which shouldn't take long to make, right? There you go. Question is, where in this area am I going to put it? Because our nice and neat little layouts are slowly becoming less and less neat. I think I'm just going to put it here. As you can see, I've been prepping to build something above here as well. So I guess what this machine is actually going to do is just go send the copper up, and then we have to get the copper back down. Now, as well as that, I'm also going to send up iron. And I'm going to try and use a little trick here. Actually, the copper that I want to send is not that, is it? So I'm going to need a crafting upgrade. Crafting cards. There it is. Yeah, this should be interesting. So we add a crafting card. We tell it that we want those, and it should start making them somewhere else for us and put them here. That's what it should do right now. Okay, so it's not. Question is why? Why not? Oh, I know why not. Because of that. It's not hooked up. I need to go check. I need to go check how much of our bandwidth we've used as well. Anyway, that should now be running. The way for me to check really is to probably just bust a hole up here and look for that white cable. So, dang it, I put the hole in the wrong place. It's at 22 channels right now. Dang, that's a fair bit. So when we come back here, we should see, yep, it's starting to put them there. I can tell it we actually want more. Sweet. There was a hole all the way over here. Finally fixed. Okay. Awesome. Callan says, I love watching live streams, especially X's. Oh, thank you. Okay, a processing pattern is just a set of input outputs. A2 doesn't care if it's a valid recipe, says Kubaz. Yeah, it doesn't care what machine it's using as well, which is just terrific for us. So we're going to get power across to it. Right. Just realising these power cables could run across the back and they might look a little more elegant, but part of the fun is the way it looks. So we've got power to the machine. What we're also going to do here, let's do that. Whole stack. We're also going to ask for some iron to come through. Now at the back of the machine, I am going to extract on a filter. And I believe that this filter will do this around the clock kind of thing. I'm also going to put it on the channel white, let's say. White for iron. And I'll do that now. I'm not going to set it to insert yet. I'm just thinking about what we need here. So we need like a space for those things to come through and a space for this. And then we need a space for some shears. And I think I'm going to play it on the safe side here and just give it 2 slots for these, just in case there's something I haven't thought of. So the first recipe that we add will be the creation of shears. Which it will... The result will go into the output. No, the result will stay in the input buffer. That sounds like the right one. So we want it to stay in the input buffer so it can come back here. So when there's space in the input buffer, it should create, out of iron, some shears. Problem is, the rest of this input buffer shall be for those. And let's take that off. Let's remember that now. And our second recipe involves shears and those. And that will go to the external, apply. And it's already... no. I think that might treat it differently. Let's see. Doesn't let me put that back on because... Oh, it repaired itself? Very peculiar. Benny Baghdadi, thank you ever so much for 44 months of support. That is wonderful. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying today's stream. Thanks for tuning in on a Sunday morning. I doubt X will actually use P2P, especially as using gigantic diamond chests with dozens of ME drives, says Gubaz. We don't have any ME drives, but I do want to learn the P2P thing. Now that I got more comfortable with using AE2, it's like at some point I want to learn it and try and integrate my understanding of it. I think what I might need to do here is cycle the shears in and out, but then the iron means it's going to make more shears. So I think this isn't going to work unless I'm... There's also a filter option here. Unless I'm... Like, this should work right now, except it doesn't. So, like, buckets will stay. I think it doesn't treat it like it's a bucket. So it's always going to go to the output. So if I just say external, yeah, then it works. It uses both those shears. Now, last time I took them out, for some reason, the durability came back. Look at that. Why does it come back? So cycling the shears would be good. Oh, I know why. It's because I got something in my inventory that repairs it. So let's go ahead and move that there. It doesn't allow me to put it in. Yeah, okay, I see what's going on. Right. We have a bit of a problem then. This probably doesn't do what we want. Unless that all inputs are consumed. Oh, keep one item in every inventory slot. I don't know if that would help. That seems to have not helped. Yeah. Okay, so this can't do it either. Forget the input configuration. RF Tools is looking for full durability shears. Right, but then Thomas, we have the problem of not being able to control how much iron goes into here to create new shears, and not being able to control how many shears are in here, right? Do the wire cutters have durability? I believe they do. I believe they also have... In fact, I think we made a bunch because we had a recipe and it just put... Well, there you go. There's wire cutters. It's not the thing that made a bunch, but yeah. You could use limited item filters from Ender.io if you are inputting from an external source. I don't know what limited is. What is that? A limited filter? Big item, limited, hold shift. Filters items based on their stack size in addition to the features of the advanced item filter. Right, I'm not sure that would help either. Because what's stopping it from just filling this thing up with iron? Why not just set up the press and die cast them, says Muckod. I kind of wanted to avoid using it, basically. Unless you want to use a diamond anvil. What on earth is a diamond anvil? Okay, is that like an infinite anvil? Repairs anything using energy. So, you... Again, though, if I guess I could recycle the shears over and over again. That's not what we're doing here. Interesting idea. I'm not sure if I put in the basic recipes inside here for... Hang on, let's... What am I looking at? Enchanting? Did I ever... Yeah, look, I put an enchanting table in. I could go ahead and put in a diamond anvil then, I guess. That'll add an interesting little extra, so... If I put that there... It's a bit close to what we've got going on directly above. It will get energy. Or not. I kind of feel like it's not getting energy. That is set to insert. Maybe it gets its energy from somewhere else. Okay, I got ya. The problem with that is that this is going to get repaired before I can... Well, there you go. Repairs it anyway, right? So now we can see. Okay. So then I'm going to need to extract shears from here. So we're going to have... I kind of need to extract and go in two different directions. Or this one has a filter on the input to only accept that. We're going to need multiple filters here, I think. Multiple filters. Yeah, definitely going to need multiple filters. So the insert filter here is only for that. And the insert filter here is again only for that, except we'll go blacklist. So they can use the same channel. And that is the green channel. And then this will be an extract on the green channel. So then we need this to extract... What was we doing here? White channel. Let's cycle through a bit there. So if we insert on white... uh-oh, is that enabled? It is. It's filling up. I might be able to keep the configuration... I think it started already doing. So now we need... Yeah, this thing's probably full and can't... Oh, wow, it's already working. So if I do that... I think I know another problem now. It's going to run into a situation... No, wait, I want to remove that. I want to get rid of that, so... And take that out. We don't need that bit anymore. Right, let's get rid of that for a second. Because we're just going to have one pair of shears. Yeah, that's what was happening. It was blocking it up. Right, and so now we got one shears in the system. I'm just going to leave that there, like so. I could actually put 2 in the system, I guess, or maybe even 3. Okay, so let's run this through again. We insert on green, and we got a filter. Yeah, those are really important. It's just the extract is now there to there, and the white channel here is irrelevant, so we don't need that filter. That's it set up. The question now is when we request the copper wire, if it's going to work or not. As you can see, it's there and it's auto-craftable. So now I'm going to ask for 100 of them. And what we should see happen is that this is supposed to push the items up. I'm not sure if this thing will accept the items coming up. Oh, does a crafter not accept items being pushed after all of that? Oh, after all of that. Does it not accept it just being pushed up, or does it try and push it into the first slot? It does work, the recipe is wrong. This is wrong. Oh, it says with ingot. Yeah, good point. The recipe is wrong. Can it create it with an ingot? Let's go check out the recipe for the wire then. So... Oh, why didn't I bookmark it? Where does Immersive Engineering appear? There it does. No. Right, so somehow we got the processing pattern wrong. Ah, and I haven't disabled that on the interface. So, we'll come back here and we'll change that to this. Very odd. Don't know quite how I goofed that, but it was goofed. Don't know if this is going to go straight away. Oh wait, that's wrong. So let's cancel that. Ask for 100. I'm going to put another shear in there and see if it goes a little quicker now. Yeah, there's 3 in total. I'm not sure if I can speed this up very much. Kind of is what it is now. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's going to run at that speed. Cool, and I'm going to dump the rest of those in there so it can just keep making them. Alright, there you go. We automated... Oh, we automated that. I'll tell you what I could do, though. I think I could very easily add more recipes and make this support multiple different things. So we could add more recipes down here, I believe. So let's now go into Immersive Engineering and see if we can stack this thing to do multiple. We've got noises in the ear. We've got DHG Ifrit gifting subs to Slippy Nomad. Thank you so much for gifting the sub, my dude. Slippy, be sure to say thanks in chat. Oh, Kabaz says the conduit is not set to extract. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good here. It's all set up. Baytan Daniil says hydrate everyone. DHG says supex. Thank you again, my dude, for that gifted sub. Hydration time. Drink some water. Drink some water. Right. So we've done that. Oh. Is that the thing it's currently repairing? Because I can't pick that up. That's kind of cool. That's a way to display items. Oh, that's something else I want to do at some point. Like display fanciful items. Display stand. That's probably one of the better ones that I know of. Empty beacon. Displays a beacon beam when powered with redstone. Huh. Sensor display. Displays properties of a distant block. That sounds cute. Let's add some things to the projects on the side. Right, so we have now done that, but we also want to investigate, as I was saying a second ago, what else we can use the wire cutters for. So if I actually go looking for the wire... Oh, there you go. There are the answers. There are Electrum, Aluminium, and Steel. Electrum, Aluminium, and Steel. Okay, so now I want plates. Electrum, Aluminium, and Steel. Okay, we're going to have to make some Electrum, Aluminium, Steel. Electrum is in here. Or maybe it's not. Ooh, okay, let's go investigate. Got a bunch of them there. Yeah, so Electrum is one I haven't done yet. Okay. So while we're looking up plates... Ah! Like, I could do all of them, right? And that would take 3 of these things. This is where the game gets, like, super grindy. It takes time to set these things up. But yeah, okay, I'm going to add... Oh, we've lost it. I'm going to add that to my list of things I might do off camera. It's just... Ooh, that didn't work. It's like... Automate all the plates, I guess. Okay, so that will remind me. So we're looking for the Electrum. And the way we do it is in the compactor. Uh-huh. Then over here we're going to look for the Electrum. Ah, do we not have any? No, we do have some. Cool. So I'll put that... Oh. Dinglebat! Dinglebat. That's me. I'm a dinglebat. I don't know what a dinglebat is, but I am one. Yeah, there you go. Then that goes there, and it can make that for us. Cool. The buffer doesn't do anything. There's no point putting the ingots there, says Blackjack. Yeah, it stores them here. So, like, if ever I run out of something somewhere else, they're just sitting there ready. So when you have a bunch of dependencies, right, like... Rather than waiting for the machine before to get the materials from somewhere else, it works better in an example like this. Like, that is all sitting there instead of waiting for this machine over here or whichever one it is to deliver it to. It's a way of having a buffer. Like, if I could have done this whole thing using storage drawers and filling those up automatically, like, I would store big buffers of every material. So then as time goes by, you've always got like this big base of all the different parts of material that you need. Anyway, there were 4 of these. There are 4 of these, and as we try and get all the bits together, we lose all the information. I should probably develop a better habit of doing this, right? Just being like, okay, we've done copper, we're getting those 3 next. Electrum, aluminium, and steel. So going back to the plates... we can now request... Oh, we got the aluminium. Electrum, please. And then... Steel. Uh-huh. Right, and to get started, let's just check our filters. We're going to have to add the other ones there. That's important. I'm going to need a bunch of those. I'm going to need a bunch of all 3, really. Because this has got the crafting card, again, it's going to store... like that on demand, so it's not going to wait for the previous machine to make it when we ask for more of these materials. And for this one, I think I'm going to double up here actually. I think I'm going to go ahead and double up on everything. That can go in... no, I need some for what we're about to do. I can use this to just shimmy a bunch back over to me. Right, there we go. We can now tell it that we want a stack of each there. Wonderful. And all of that stuff is getting made, and I've got a bunch in my inventory to configure the next things. Let's go set up the patterns while I think about it. We've got all the things in our inventory, so we're creating a processing pattern. Apparently this thing doesn't care much. Actually, this is the way I do it, right? We do that. Oh, that's how it ended up. Right, now I understand how it ended up with that. So there's your aluminium one. Electrum next. Okay, that looks all good to me. And then steel last of all. Cool, and now we've added that. So back over to this little setup. I want to tell it that we can do these things here. Cool, it's slowly filling up with the others as well. You'll see once it hits a stack on one, it'll start making the next thing along properly. But we now got to reconfigure this input. We don't need the iron there anymore. If I click forget, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, it might do that though, so let's start off with those there. I'm not sure how many slots there are in total. What's that like? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 of each, I think, is legit. Ah. My bad. I guess I should turn this off for a minute. Yep. Remember that. Right, now I need a pair of shears over here. Let's just double check this. It was all and external. And we'll leave that there, and then we'll add that. Click apply. Then aluminium, all external. Click apply. Last of all is steel with all and external. And that, my friends, should be correctly configured. And if we do that, it's ready to get going. Let's put that third one in. Hopefully it makes it run a little quicker. That being said, is it doing anything right now? Did the third one break it? I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Yeah, there was one more thing to consider. That we have to put... We have to update both sets of filters. So it can't have Electrum, but down here it will accept the Electrum. Right? And the next thing's probably going to end up here that shouldn't at some point. Or not. Where are they ending up? It's still doing the copper. Right, and so now it's going to break again when it starts to do aluminium. Can I take it out there? I can. So if I tell it just aluminium here, aluminium there, take out those bits, and then we wait for it to do the next one, which it started to do. Grab that, and we tell it steel here, and steel there. And that is the whole thing set up. Beautiful. Beautiful. I really like that. That's a really nice little setup, isn't it? Dang. Alright, what do you think of that, peeps? Because it looks cool, doesn't it? Look at all those shiny items. Think of all the wires that we can craft now, peeps. So I'm going to chuck everything here back into thy inventory. What's that? Conduit facade? That can go in too. Epic. X is starting to abuse the power of processing patterns, says Thomas. I like the word abuse there. Like, we should learn to abuse more things in this mod pack, you know. Hey X, I've got to go now. I really enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a great day, says Emma Solos. Thanks for coming by. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the rest of my day. Gonna do some recording in the evening. Going out for lunch, seeing family. So all is good. All is good. Right. I'm really enjoying like getting all of my videos done before Christmas. I've still got 4 to make, and it's just like, whew. I keep thinking like, oh, I'll have loads of time off, and it just something always happens. Something's always coming up. Right. So what I want to do next is just demonstrate the power of what we just created by asking for 100 of each, which will probably take some time for it to process through because that machine isn't terribly fast, but we might as well just have it doing stuff. That also means some of my crafting CPUs are probably going to sit around not doing much for a while. If we check on this machine though, I was about to say, because we got this stockpile down here, it's immediately putting in all the things it needs to do, so it's getting going pretty quick actually. It kind of looks like maybe it could handle 1 or 2 more shears. Let's mess about with that. I don't want it backing up. I think I'm going to just put one more in. So I don't want it backing up, as we've seen it do before. Yeah, hopefully that keeps it running a little faster. Cool. Right, so... We go back to Immersive Engineering, and we do that when we're in this spot. We're going to go to crafting now, because the whole reason we did that... Gotta love these rabbit holes, right? The whole reason we did that is because we were looking at this block, which I made the pattern for. And if you look, I think these are probably going to scale to those other wires that we just made. That's any type of stick. So now we can make that with no problem. Looking at the next one, we have to make that with any type of stick. And then we can make that. Beautiful. Then the third one is the steel and aluminium mixed together. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Now I've lost track. Oh, there we are. Right, and I haven't made that recipe yet. Cool, that allows us to craft those blocks. Now we're on to this one. This is what I've been doing off stream. I've just been like, add all the recipes one by one. Yeah, we can do that. None of those are dependencies. That is a dependency right there, but we've got all of those bits. So we'll go ahead and make that. And if ever I want to just pick out a block now because it looks cool, we have that option. Oh yeah, we need to make a bucket filler. Did we do that? Is that on our list? I think we did that already, right? If I'm not mistaken, we've got a bucket filler over here. THX Ace says it does not use the stockpile, it uses what was stocked in your system. I don't think that's true, because it literally just used it a minute ago. Like over here, it just filled it up instantly. The thing what it also does is it fills this back up, right? I mean, I could be mistaken, but we've pretty thoroughly tested that already. So yeah, now we can make the aluminium. Is it? No, it's steel. That one might already be in there, I'm not sure. Steel scaffolding is, right? Then we've got the aluminium fence, which means we need the aluminium rods. We haven't put in aluminium scaffolding, which I don't really plan on using. Okay, then we have steel post. That uses chiseled. That's... Yeah, I need a bunch of, like... I need to automate chiseled something or other, because both this one and that one relies on it. That's why it's up here, by the way. And I can remove those things from the list. Let's see, where are we? So then a steel wall mount. I think that might already be in there, you know. It is indeed already in there, as are the stair recipes. So we're going to add the stair recipes for that. And for the slope, even if we don't get around to using it. And then we got the ferrule light. Yep. We got the razor wire. Not sure if I actually automated that. How did we craft that? Because that requires... I must have done that manually. I'm going to guess I did that manually, so we'll add that in. Then we're now down to metal ladders. That might make a good detail on our build. And I'll tell you what, we'll add those. And those, because I'm literally just adding everything. And now we're actually going to get to what I need, right? So I can do that. These are things we're going to use today, right here, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to need some help figuring out what's what, though, that's for sure. Yep, let's make those. And put a stack there. Cool, back to the IM. What's the next one we're doing? We've done 2 so far. Whoops. Hang on, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, so I need that one. It's a bit finicky looking over there at the side, and then it changes when you click on stuff, which is always great. I don't think any of these ingots are from the wrong thing yet. And we've actually made that as well, the insulating glass, so... This is why just adding everything can help, because if you need it, it's already in there. Then we've got a transformer. God, I tell you what, crafting this stuff would have been a nightmare. An absolute nightmare if it weren't for all of that. Right. So, everything that I'm putting in doesn't have a dependency. Which is pretty bonkers. It accepts any brick stone. Hover over it and look at the bottom of the tooltip, says Blackjack. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't accept stone, but when you say brick stone, do you mean it might accept stone bricks? Because I tried putting regular stone there instead of chiseled and it didn't like it. Someone said my room wasn't overkill. I'm starting to understand why now. Because you just want to put everything in. It would be nice though if there was a way you could just like, what if you had a machine that could sift through all the recipes like I just did and just create them, and then you could try and figure out the dependencies yourself later on or something. That could be helpful. But yeah, let's go back in here then, and if we click on, wait, so we want stone bricks possibly. Apparently I don't have stone bricks. Oh wait, it's looking for automated stuff, right? So yeah, so I do have those. So back down to this one. Click on that. Okay, that works. Excellent. Thanks for the tip. And then when we do this one, chisel stone brick, brick stone, bricks stone, stone. It's got stone written at the bottom. Yeah, it didn't work with stone for me. That's odd. So back up here, and these two get to go in the mix. And we get to cross them off our list. Remember, we're just trying to make industrial hemp fiber. We haven't even got close to that yet. We are still making patterns. So we've done the transformers. I think we got a lever in there. I'm pretty sure that's in the system. So is the Redstone Repeater. Now that's something different, isn't it? I don't think a compass is in there, so I'll add it. I think if you have 2 recipes, it's fine. And now we got that. Yep, that will be fine. Electrum. Actually, I might not have Electrum nuggets. Although did I put them into compacting drawers? I think I did. Ooh, now it gets weird. Okay, so at that point, what one is that? Redstone Probe. I don't know if we're ever going to need that. Let's just add that to the list. Oh, jungle sapling? Oh, something weird happened. Okay, add that to the list. And then we're on to these blocks. I think we might need one of these blocks for what we're doing today, you see. That's why I'm adding so much stuff. That can all be done. That one is a creative thing. Metal barrel we've already added. Fluid pump, fluid outlet. Blast furnace preheater. Okay, we're kind of getting away from the bits that I need, so I'm going to add a few more of these, and then let's call it quits when we get to these machines. We've already done kinetic dynamo. That we can automatically craft as we can. But that, by the way, isn't automated, but there is a whole bunch of them in the system. So that should really be on my list, and it was, and I took it off because I made a bunch. So that was the powered lantern. Oh, right. Another light source, potentially. Charging station. Fluid pipes done. And that's the last of it. So the thing I needed to add to my list was back here. Right, so we get those in, and then we're ready to go. What is the industrial hemp fiber for, chat? Says Sloppy Sock. Is literally to make for a building material. That is its purpose in life, to be built with. If you're wondering why I kind of space these out downwards a little bit, it's just because there's lots of dependencies. And each row is the same machine. So rather than have all the things that depend on each other on the same machine, we separate them up a little bit. Okay, Blackjack, I hope you're still there. I'm going to need your help, right? Because the way in which you power this machine, which is currently powered, this is that moment where I realise, oh yeah, I don't need to do it this way. I actually wanted to do it this way. So you can power it this way. There's another way you can power it as well, which is really cool. And it requires, you know, I don't think there's too many tips in the game, but it requires putting a few things together from this mod. One of them is going to be some form of wire. I'm not actually sure. I think you might make this stuff for it. I think the wire coil is how you place a wire in the game. Now there's high voltage and low voltage and medium voltage. You use cables and hook it up. I'm all told in the book from Immersive Engineering, if you don't use insulated wires, you might get a bit of a zap. Okay. I don't mind the wires being open. We're not going to die from this, probably. So the book of Immersive Engineering, I don't see here. Like, it's probably somewhere in all of those items. Maybe that's it. Oh, there you go. That is it. Oh, it's this old thing again, isn't it? See, this is where, like, not having the stockpile is kind of annoying, because everything's done on the crafting thing. If you had the stockpile, then everything that's craftable would also have a stockpile, and then you wouldn't have to worry about little things like that. So, we want to do powers and wires, basic wiring. Energy net of Immersive Engineering has 4 important blocks: capacitors to store energy, connectors and inputs and outputs, relays to connect wires, and transformers. To connect 2 blocks, simply click the first one with a wire. Okay, so we do use those wires. Like that. Mm-hmm. So transformers change the wiring. This is the sort of stuff, when I look at it, like, it's not how my brain works. I have to use these things to learn. Okay, I don't think we need to worry about numbers too much right now. It can transfer energy through unloaded chunks. Wow. Input and output chunks are loaded. Oh, right. By default? Right, that's the connector. And those are energy storage units. Right. So I think I kind of know what I need to do. I think I'm going to go with the medium stuff. Which, if we look at that, that's low. Medium was copper, right? Actually, no, I think it's Electrum. So we need Electrum wires. And then we need the thing... The wire relay... Do I need a wire relay? Or a wire connector? High voltage wire relay. High voltage wire connector. So it's color coded differently here. It's color coded for connector, and then it's different for relay, and for some reason that relay is completely different color. That sort of confused me a little bit. I was looking for the Electrum, right? So I think what we need then is some of these. So we'll grab those. So we got wires and connectors. And then we need, I think, a capacitor, was it? Which I might not have actually got around to putting in the system. Let's have a look. We got down as far as here. But I think we're okay. Let's type. So they look like that. We did put those in. And we want the medium one. Oh, I guess it's alphabetical, so there you go. There they are. Cool. Right, and then I want a regular capacitor bank, because somewhere here we're going to have to just, like, convert one thing to the other. So, what I want to do in this room is take advantage of these textures and how this looks. And you attach, I'm pretty sure, that goes on top of there, and it can transfer power. We should probably do it with that one, but I guess this thing's empty, so we'll see power go in. So then, in order to make this look like interesting, right, it's got to connect to a power source. And that power source might not accept that from the bottom, I don't know. Okay, that doesn't appear to be how that works, like I can't connect them, so that makes me think that maybe it is that stuff. That's what I originally thought would connect it. Uh-huh. Right. Looks a little more interesting than the usual setup. Now if I put a capacitor bank there, is it going to push power into it? That's the bit I don't know how to do. How do we get the power into there? Need to use a spoil, says Air1N. Spoil, eh? A spoil. Spoil. What's a spoil then? Spool. Why did I say spoil? Okay, there isn't a... Maybe it's not inside the mod. Don't know what a spool is. Blackjack says use the hammer to set the faces of the capacitor to input and output. Ah, okay. So we want that engineer's hammer. I'll put the capacitor, like, you know, above. Ooh. That did something, didn't it? That makes me wonder if I can change more about this machine. Whoops. How did that happen? There we go. No? Power just disappeared from it. So that is getting power, but it's not making its way down here. This is how I saw it in like a tutorial website. That's peculiar then. You haven't set it on output on the bottom. Oh, right. I don't think you can, maybe. Unless I just... Oh, oops. Just did. Maybe if I break this... Oh. There is something there. So I was... I don't know, I clicked on it a couple of times. Maybe just not enough. Now it's getting the power. Now it got some power. Maybe. Click on it twice. Right, interesting. Okay, anyway. It has gotten the power down here. So if I want it to aesthetically look different in this area, we could have our cloches powered from the ceiling like that. Which doesn't look terribly interesting, I must admit. We want to make this look super duper interesting. So let's go grab our scaffolds. Maybe I'll put this on the other side of the room, actually, now that I think about it. We want that, and then we want slopes. Or what are they even called? They are called structural arms. We're after those structural arms, peeps. So maybe if I had this in the middle, and it went to either side, but look how much free space there is over here. That being said, we might expand that, and I think I'll be able to keep this space. Maybe we'll start a little deeper in. So let's say we started about here. How did I set it up over there? Because the proportions are pretty cool. So if we want to grow stuff in cloches, we could have like a cloche array. Maybe even go like a third one out. I do have a bunch of cloches somewhere. Right, we got noise in eardrum. Person trying to communicate with me. It's Ichigo TTV here with the nation saying, hey X, hope you're having a good day. It's morning for me. Really love the videos you put out and I love this mod pack. Been trying it out recently and it's just the best. Oh, glad to hear that, my dude. That's awesome. Hope you've been enjoying playing along with me in this crazy mod pack world. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think it would look better if that was like this. I also reckon we're going to change up the blocks behind it. Ooh, there's like a rendering thing there that looks kind of funky. But then it could come to the middle of the room, right? So we could have a bunch of capacitors here, directly in the middle. We can hit the hammer first, just once is all we need. Put in our coil here, and then it goes over there. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like that. This is definitely the direction we're going to go in now. Definitely the direction we're going to go in, I think. What do you reckon, peeps? There's a little bit more design work than just that, though. So, when it comes to getting items out of this thing, you have to use a conveyor belt, which we can make look really, really cool. So don't worry about that. We have to give it water, and you do that at the front. However, I wonder if... No, okay, hitting that doesn't seem to change it. Right, the way that you get the items out is with a conveyor belt. So if I go around over here, this is the only way to get it out. I tried a bunch of other ways. It's going to like take them out like that, yeah? And now all that stuff's in my inventory. So that's not a bad thing. And if we think about how we approach this side of the room, if we wanna make that look interesting, I think they wanna look towards us. So we could actually add an array of these things between each one. Now I want some slabby jabs. Some scaffolding slabby jabs. Right. Let's now build up a little bit more of this idea. Because this is going to be an array. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 9 is the amount I was hoping for. Actually, it leaves a bit of space right before the stairs. So what we'll do is we'll actually have these in groups of 3. Okay. Gonna get more of the design in place first, I think. Yep, so that knocks that off. Okay. I'm gonna be jostling items all over the place, I think. All I really need to do is build the first 3 for a second. Like that, and then these things. Then we put our cloches up on top. I tell you what, I might as well just put in the slabs and that so you can get like the full picture. So we put in a half slab like that and continue to have these things point in this direction. Now all the items they produce will head out that way. And then they will get powered from these spots. So apparently I can get zapped. I just had a inkling as to how I might get zapped, by the way. Let's actually go ahead and do that quickly and then put that in. No? Oh, it's got no power yet, has it? So what if we just had... Wait. Oh, what? Okay, that's fine. Why can I... Okay. A connector can only have wire. You will need a relay to connect multiple, says Blackjack. Thank you. Thank you, my dude. So, a relay... Okay. So, we'll take one of those. We'll get 8. I just sort of thought... I do need more than one. Hopefully it'll support 6, because each one will do 6. It'll look, I think, a lot better if it's not too repetitive, right? And look at that. Woo! I think we're definitely going to have to do something with the ceiling here and change it up a little bit so it feels a bit more structural eventually. What do you think, peeps? Are we on the right track? Do you like where this is going? I think it will leave room to put some like other automation stuff down in this space. Might just make it part of the same kind of mod. What do you call it? The same old immersive engineering thing going on. I think that's the right height, yep. Or is it? Yeah, one off the ground. Blue is input, by the way, says Air1N. We'll get it working eventually, whatever they are, input or output. A relay can't draw power from the capacitor, says Greener Giant. It can't? The connector has to go on the capacitor. That's really confusing, but I think I might know how to finagle it to do what we want. There's my scaffold. I think I might just have the remedy. So I'm going to need some like intermediary blocks up there, basically. Oh, then that means I need 2 capacitors per side. That actually kind of goofs up what I want to do a little bit. We'll figure it out in a minute. We will figure it out in a minute. Cool, do that over here. You can attach relays to the side of a capacitor. Ah, right, yeah, no, I still need 2 connectors, right? But I think what I'll have to do is just have like additional blocks up the top to make that work. This thing was called an arm, by the way. So, put in more arms. And now we've got a project that's going to fill up this space coming together. I love it. Right. Need more of those too. Nope. Quite. That should be more than enough. There's some beautiful music right here. Very relaxing. Those cloches, we need more of them. We need 9 more. There we go. My bad, I mean connectors. You can attach connectors to the side of a capacitor, says Blackjack. I still... Oh, okay, now I can see. Now I can see what we would do. So, we create an output. We put the connectors there. Then we say give it a block and have our relay. But I think I'll find like another texture to mix this with. I think I'll have another block that drops down. So this wire would go to there. And then that wire would go to here. Yeah, okay, it's already got something attached. Uh-huh. Yeah. That will work eventually. Eventually it will work. Rightio then, how about those cloches? Let's get those in the inventory. And then we've got to put in the conveyors behind them. Which, by the way, they normally use leather, but I noticed you could use plastic instead. I still do want to build that passive mob farm. There's so much I want to do in this world. We're easily going to surpass like 100 streams, I reckon. Oh, this is actually going the wrong way, isn't it? No, no, it's not. No, it's not. Now it is. Now it definitely is going the wrong way there. Also, when I fly through here, my magnet might mess with it. Unfortunately. Whoops. It's also occurred to me that this creates like passive input, so we might be wise if we've got 9 cloches. Have a little, I don't know how it'll end up here, but like a little display panel, the stuff that it stores. Then again, that's another storage bus on the network. Yeah. I really like displaying stuff. Apparently we've got 700 peeps tuning in. Thank you everyone for coming by today. Good to see you on a Sunday morning. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're enjoying the stream. We are going to move on from what we're doing right here before long, because we're going to get the hemp stuff growing before long. And I think to begin with, I won't focus too much on what happens once we've got it. We'll get it into our system and go do the other project, which is the whole reason we're down here getting distracted by all of this. So we've got to make more conveyors. Not a crazy amount more. Then we've got to hook up more wires and stuff to it, right? So it made those nice and easy, didn't it? I think it's easier to place it... There you go. Nice. You know, if we had like universal building standards for how blocks are placed, I like this system with the arrow. But like, imagine a hotkey that then could lock it. So like it's like a toggle, so you can just face a direction, press a hotkey, and now every other block you place will always face that direction. Like if we had a universal standard for rotation of blocks, placement methods, etc. Because some are based on like player rotation, what side of the block you click on, or something like this. You know, you can put powerful little shortcuts in if you do that right. But if you don't, you know, if you have all these different systems, it's harder to remember a whole bunch of shortcuts and stuff. So we don't need power, right? Which is good. We don't need that part of the equation. We've done the item bit at the back. Power comes in at the top, and this has a capacitor bank below it, which doesn't transfer up. The thing we need to put in is liquid. And the liquid has to go in at the front. And I think it might be aesthetically pleasing with a little bit of work to put in a reservoir or something down below. A reservoir is an infinite, or is it an endivite? Infinite reservoir of water. So let's say we craft a bunch of these. I hope they're not expensive. Oh, we got an incorrect recipe somewhere in there. Okay, so we have to go look up the endivire and pull that thing out for a second and examine it. Yeah, it's got copper hardened glass, which tends to mix with the fused quartz. So, do I have some? I do. Which means I can just do that. Is that fused quartz as well? It is. So we update that recipe. Chuck it back into a free space. Request that we make it over here. And then check out what it looks like. So we've got 12 of them. You need 2 of them connected together. I think this is not the block I'm thinking of, actually. Or maybe it is. Maybe you have to fill it up with water manually. So grab a couple of water buckets. Water, mate. Oh, with the old water, is it? So that's kind of not terrible. I was hoping we could find something that would maybe lend itself to putting some, like, crops around the edge. We might end up decorating this with some crops or something. Okay, we're definitely going to need 30 or so of those then, aren't we? And now it's probably making the fused quartz, yeah. Now when I put it there, it does actually continue to fill up all the way across. That's kind of how I remembered the reservoir block working. So if this is actually not the one I remember, it don't really matter. And that is indeed in line with that. So now we need some conduits of the fluid variety. They're not going to look very pretty, is the only issue. Ender fluid conduit, pressurized fluid conduit. I think pressurized... No, Ender is the better one, isn't it? Uh-huh. So like a whole row of those, not terribly pretty. It kind of occurs to me that you can also just have them like this and get that water from somewhere a little more discreet. Right? That's definitely going to look better than a bunch of them going up, wouldn't you agree? Have you checked out Immersive Pipes, says Drunton. I have not. Those fluid pipes. Ah. Okay, we have actually, yeah. Let's make a bunch more. I wonder what's taking its time. There we go, some are coming through. So these will also connect, I'm guessing. Yeah, that connects like that. And then it can connect to... That will... Right, not in an array like that. That will look better than these Ender IO conduits, won't it? So, say goodbye to our beloved Ender IO conduits. I actually really like the fact that we're not going to use loads of those. However, there's no guarantee these pipes are going to be as efficient as we need them to be. So we can attach... Whoops. It's not the way to do it. We can attach a bunch of these down the front. Okay. Now, currently... do I have to configure them? Pipes and pumps, so it gets more complicated. We also need a water pump, which we have. Fluid pump. No configuring needed. You just need a fluid pump that needs a redstone signal. Can it be turned on automatically? So if I put that there, let's say it pumps it out of the thing. I'm going to disconnect this first of all. I noticed that it didn't connect. Does that require a hammer? I don't think so. Okay, maybe we try the redstone signal. Yeah, because I want to power it discreetly, right? I mean, the lever isn't too terrible. Is it actually pumping? No. And the pump needs power. Oh, there's always something else for you lot, isn't there? Oh, just do that, X. Just, just in this, and that thing. Ugh. So many things. Hang on. It's not... Wait, do I have to tell it... Ah. I think that one is input, right? Nope. Nope. I think I know what's going on here. I think I know what's going on. Let's get rid of that. Here's what I think. I think the power goes on top of it for some reason. Yep, power goes on top. Then I think that's the output. Oh, it's so easy. Just do this, just do that. Okay, maybe you have to click it again to get the water up. No. Oh, I keep looking in the wrong space for the water. Blue is input, orange is output. So I changed it to orange. And I guess now it needs water underneath it. That's another component. Don't know if it will collect it from there. Let's find out. This thing doesn't have an interface, by the way, so it's all one big mystery. Nope. Does it just need a water block like a water bucket? God, we are doing all the legwork today. Like little Minecraft researchers. God. Redstone signal it. Oh yeah, there was that. Okay, so let's put the elevator back. Then the redstone signal. Ah, it took all of that, but then it's not getting refilled yet. Full water now, and now it's getting refilled. Right. Now I could add a whole bunch of those, or two. I don't know how many I need in total. So let's go and add this. And watch it dispense water. That seems to be pretty solid. It's doing all of them at once. Now, let's run on the assumption that that's enough for 9. We'd want to put this pump right here in the middle. And yeah, pretty much what you see there. So let's go ahead and set up another pump. This one will be the proper deal. So what I'm going to do is put the reservoirs on all sides. Pump goes in the middle, which will make it look, you know, a little better suited for the operation. I guess the lever could be attached to the block, which almost looks like a detail. Yeah, then we hit it with a hammer. Ah, the only other thing is power. The place it gets power from is going to be ugly. Oh no! Wait a minute. Let's get out of this place. I've been here too long. Let's go grab one of those, and head up somewhere else in the base. I'm sick of being in that room all of a sudden. Ah, we will return when we have our hemp. Okay. So we'll make a plug here, and we shall call it... what should we call it, peeps? What's that thing called? Cloches. Ah! God, that scared me. If there's one thing I don't like, it's typing and suddenly the screen change. Oh, stop doing that! Right, I'll call it cloche. Cloche farming. Gotta have a strong password, peeps. Okay, so now we've got a channel for cloche. Right? That's what this one's going to be. Cool. Let's have a little scan of how the other ones are doing. So wireless charging is not using anything. 8,000 going to the AE2 system. About 1,300 to the void. Machine power not doing anything. Flint production 2,000. Quadrupling ore 70,000. Salt production is all over the place. Sieving's using 2.5. Ender IO nothing. And Brian is using a whooping 174. Whooping. It's absolutely whooping, that one is. We got to put those things into like visual displays before long. We're going to do that real soon, actually. Okay, so down here we now put this thing there, and we tell it that we would like to use the cloche power system. So it's going to get its power in. Now we need our pipage and our hammerage, which are the correct official terms. Is that one? Yeah, I can see it's that type. I kind of don't want it to connect to that pipe. Can I tell it naughty? Oh, it's naughty! Did you see that? It was very naughty. Okay. That means I can rip apart all of this now. Very good. Fill in the despairing mess that I've made of the floor. And that, my friends, does look pretty good so far. It does look pretty good, doesn't it? So now it's got water. I tell you one thing I couldn't figure out. Fertilizer. I couldn't find anything that you put in this slot unless it requires a liquid. So we're not even going to worry about that. I've also noticed this fertilizer amount goes up and down based on how active this is. So now that will start to reduce. It went from 9.3 to 9.2 to 9.1. So yeah, it kind of, I don't know, passively creates its own fertilizer maybe? You can only use dirt in here. You can't use fertilized dirt. It's something else I discovered. So for now, what we'll do is plop that in here. And it doesn't quite have all the components yet, does it? Right. So I think what I want to do is stick with this, but add a plug underneath, and then add a block. So we just want a texture that looks similar to the MV capacitor out of the Immersive Engineering. Or I could put a scaffold on the ceiling. Let's have a look through these blocks. That looks kind of cool. Generator block. Or a Redstone Engineers block. Or a thermal electric generator. I remember using that recently. I think I'll go with that first one. It's always the first one. So I'll have 6 of those, please. Thank you very much. Okay, let me explain. This is going to go off here. That's going to go there. Purely for looks. Purely for looks, nothing else. I'm going to go grab some points. I think you can only use dirt or sand, says Greener Giant. Yeah, you might be able to use sand. That's one of the ones I didn't try. But I was using all of the fertilized dirt stuff and it weren't working. Now, orange is input, so I think we are to set this thing to cloche. You might see it. Yep, it's taking in some power. So that don't look too bad, really, like that. Then we grab our relays and chuck it on that. So every middle block, we want to put in one of these. directly above our heads. Middle of 3. That's nicely lined up. Then we put in these, which are very quick to configure. Just that's it. That's all you need to do. I've just realised this thing probably saved its settings. And if that's not taking out any power... Now it is. Excellent. Cool. Next step is to go over by 2 blocks and place one of these. Not quite, not quite. Oh, they connect together. Oh, that makes it a really nice texture. If those connect together, that's going to be something we use in our base for sure. I really do like immersive engineering. I feel like it would be a good thing to build your entire base with, like good mod to just focus on. Right. Next step is to create outputs with those things on the side, right? So we want the blue. Yeah, that's the blue. Blue for output. And now we're going to put our cables together. Has that actually been configured? It has. Cool. Get some cabling together. And we're probably going to need some more of this. So that's MV wire. That'll do. Thank you very much. Ah, I didn't put those receivers on at the other side. Like we got over here. So we need more MV wire connectors. Thank you very much. Cool. Hey, Xisuma, been watching the VODs on YouTube, but finally got a chance to watch you live, says Kubavio. Oh, glad to have you with us here today. Thanks for watching the VODs. Hope you enjoy being here live. Immersive textures are the best, says Thomas Derps. Yeah, I got to admit, they are pretty good. One of the common things I've noticed in mod packs is that the textures can be pretty awful. I've seen some mods with, like, pipes, where the pipes are just one flat colour and it's just awful texturing. You know, imagine if Jasper made all the textures for the mods. That would be so cool. These ones, these are really good textures though. I don't know if the mod maker made them or like they got an artist or whatever, but they are cool. And now we are just adding some absolute interesting detail to this place. I got a feeling this mod tries to respect like actual physics a little more in terms of like high voltage, low voltage relays. What else did I see? Transformers. Like I think those are all like actual technical electronic things that it's trying to emulate. That looks really cool. That looks really, really cool. So now we should open these up and see. Yep. Nope. They're not getting power. So somewhere along the way, I got something wrong. That thing. Okay, let's. Oh yeah, blue's input. Right. Ow! Oh, and finally I get zapped. Now they got power running through them. So I'd set those up. Oh god! Let's double check I actually clicked on that. Yeah, okay. So now they're all getting power. Or not. Yeah, they got... Why did I click there and see nothing and click here? Is that like a bug? Yeah, it's a bug. So I have to click it twice to see the power. Weird. Anyway, it's all getting powered. Mm-hmm. Or maybe when I changed... Maybe it was a bug, and then when I changed that, I messed it up. I'm not sure now. I might have accidentally goofed it. So, interesting how those don't go out onto that, which they should do. They should come out the back. I don't know why they wouldn't. Because they do it over here. Oh, it's 1 block higher. Is it? Or... It's got items in. Let's give it a try. Dang. Oh, it's 1 block higher. They look so good. They look so good at that height. Well, in that case... I guess we're going to refinagle this. Which really won't affect how it looks at all, I don't think. We want some regular scaffold and some of that still, so we're just going to go 1 block higher and then put that between it. Cool. Hey, we got a noise in the ear. It's the Bad Ace number 5, using the Prime here for 2 months. Thank you so much, the Bad Ace. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us today. Insulated cables are better, says Greener Giant. I don't know if they will look as cool. They might look cooler. Ow! Now come on. What was that? I wasn't even near anything. Are you telling me that the power is now conducting onto my conveyor belts or something? Oh, whoopsie. Right, now I think... I think I need somewhere to store this. I do want to add a storage bus. Kind of want to put up something temporary. Store these things. Oh my god. Oh. The machines are all the wrong way around. You know what? Some things you live and you learn. But when you play modded, you're constantly encountering new things. So you constantly live and learn. Consistently. Well, this one thing this should mean is that the pipe connects from the other side too, because that's the way we did it behind me. So if I put it down like that, yeah, there you go. It connects on both sides. Gosh. Golly gosh, I say. I'm going to leave the other side alone. That's all going to get done some other time. I really want to move on from here at the moment. So we just want to get some hemp coming through so that we can start to work on the next area. These things are going to zap me, aren't they? I think I'm high enough just to kind of avoid actually hitting the wire at this point. Ow! Perfect timing, of course. There you go. Right, is that now going to work? You know, I give it some dirt. I give it some hemp, it should do its thing. What I'll eventually use is multiple things. Oh, why did I take one dirt out? I'll eventually use multiple things over here, right? Sorry, grow multiple things. For now, though, just going to do it one by one. I could possibly, if I wanted to, like, put ones in between as well. That should be pretty easy to set up, so we could get a little more out of this, actually, if I... Now, what happens if I shift-click? Right. It'll put one of each. That makes setting up the rest of this super quick. Very nice. Ow! Yay! Look at that. Oh, look, my magnet doesn't pick them up when they're actually on the conveyor belt. That's interesting, isn't it? That means they're a little friendlier to use than you might expect. And I'm just going to remember something. If we type in conveyor, don't they have sloped conveyor belts? No, it looks like they go vertical, but not like dropping. Oh. 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 These look interesting. Maybe if you put it on an arm, it might automatically slope. I doubt that, though. Oh, and that's the wrong way around. Nah. Right, so what we need next is some sort of vacuum hopper. Okay, I'm going to put that here. Which will probably interfere with that place, actually. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a drawer. It's going to be one of those. Going to get a... Now, I was about to get a dropper, but this thing itself has a dropping option. Very interesting. I wonder if it can drop straight into that drawer without my magnet picking it up. Oh, that'll do. Yeah! That's good. That's very good for me. Oh, thank you. Right, now. Ugh. Somewhere below that thing we have a cable. Whew, we almost broke some things. Oh, no we don't. No we don't. There'll be a cable somewhere around here, I'm sure of it. So you got that room. And then didn't we used to... Okay, night vision time. Every now and then I need X-ray. There you go, there it is, look. Actually, I don't need X-ray. I've got my spidey senses and they're tingling. So let's grab some cable. Some cable, even. Sorry. Mispronounced it again. Cable comes down here. Shimmy's under there, I guess. And then goes across here. So what we'll do is just add a storage bus for now. And we will put in some upgrades. We will attach those and one of them. Now when it comes to the rest of this stuff, we're pretty much done for today. So I'm going to go and shimmy pretty much everything back into the system as we don't need it right now. Wonderful. Yep, all of that's good. What I do need though, actually, is more cable. More cable. And then a storage bus. And probably a key as well. Storage bus, yep, we got that. Got a key over here. Might be a good idea to unlock that for a second. Add in an upgrade. In fact, put all of those in. And take out... Why did that one not go in? Take that out first. Actually, no, it's not that what I want to do. I want to take that and put that there. Yeah, there you go. Then I'm going to lock it. Put in the rest of that stuff. Cool. Grab that. And connect it up down here. This is obviously temporary, right? I'm not going to leave it looking that ugly, but now I can access the industrial hemp fiber. Excellent. Right, more tidying up. None of this is needed anymore, I assure you. Ah, I'm destroying my base. Oh yeah, I was making some creosote oil in there. That was another thing to do today, but I don't think we will. Oh dang, look at that. So, please take these items. Very good. Put that back and then shimmy on into my inventory. Yeah, is that on our project list? That needs to be on our project list. It kind of is through that one. So I'm going to add that as well. And that will remind me that that's a project. Pretty sure everything else here can go in too. Yeah, all good. Nice. Right, now I can look up that stuff, right? So if we go over here and type in hemp, I guess. Oh, we've actually got the block already in there. I wasn't sure if I'd done that or not. Hey, 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 let's go big on this one. Let's go big on this. We've got it. We've got 500. Nice. If I type hemp in here, we'll see that we've got 1,000 stored. Dang! Right, time to use what looks like a really great texture. It's got stairs and slab variety. Xisuma, you owe us a derp. Press derp, please, says Everstew. Make your case. Captain J. Princess, sir, you owe us a derp. We'd like a derp, please. I think you're just begging. I don't recall no derp. Oh, unless it's one of those. Oh, X is playing with something he's never seen before from a weird mod, and ha ha ha, he got it wrong, even though we didn't even notice either. Is it one of those ones again? Is it one of those ones? Oh, bunch of derp fiends. Right, let's grab our replacement tool. exchanging gadget. I can't seem to get the name of that one right. I want to do a little experiment first of all. Now, if I am to select an... I can't actually select an area here without some stone. If I am to build across the border here, I just want to check something. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, this connects to... this texture isn't like a big tile connected one. That's a bit of a shame, really. Yeah, look, it only replaces the one that I click on. Right, so that means... Oops. That means that I can create a bigger range. And just for now, like, take care of all of that in one go, basically. Nice. And when it comes to this, I do want to line up the borders a bit. It does mean now that the floor is kind of got that grid like the area up top is. But I think what we'll do... Or sorry, should I say the walls? Also, look at this. Like, one of the things I was planning on doing was having a kind of very big feel for this place. And these things are going to push back into it. I'm going to need some other materials. Different... Yeah, I know what I'm going to do about that. God, I'm not sure if I'm articulating myself or just being a complete buffoon right now. There's just so many considerations of what we've got to do jumping in my mind, right? Let's go ahead and reduce the range down to 4, and then I can see how close we are over to the edge there. Yeah, so all of this is part of the warehouse, so it can all get replaced, basically. Wonder if we can chisel it. Buffoon vibes! We are begging dirt button, please. Are you literally begging for a dirt? This is time for a poll. Okay, new poll. Are you begging for a dirt? Question mark. Yes, sir. More, please. Never. No, you actually derped. Think carefully about what you answer with today, peeps. Think carefully. I'm going to switch to sitting. I've been standing for 2 hours. My back is perfectly fine, actually. It's perfectly fine. I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to hydrate. Where are those hydrate emotes? Building gadget to build. It's more setting essential for larger scale builds, says Current Show. Yeah, I think I've used it a bit before and we could probably use it again. Everstu says he ignored my case. I didn't ignore it, it got thrown out of court. There's a big distinction there. If I'd ignored it, it just would have disappeared, but I threw it out of court. Right? I was in court, there was a window, I threw it out. Yeah, is this thing chiselable? I feel like as soon as I say it, I would have spotted. Yeah, real gutted that this thing doesn't like do the big tile chisel. Let's see the results. No, you actually derped is there at 49%. Yes, sir. More, please. For 21. Well, if you think I actually derped, I am disappointed. I am disappointed, I gotta say. Right, let's switch into building mode for this area. Sort of building mode. Let's fill in some gaps. I kind of don't like how like these are both like we need a different texture on that wall, I'm pretty sure. I was about to vein mine it, which would have been absolutely catastrophic. I could sort of leave it. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work with the hemp crate in the floor, basically. Ah, that's the one that stays. And then I think it comes across here. I mean, it's not essential that I leave them, but I kind of just want to know. In case I need the space, right? I think that goes higher here, yeah. Like that. Aha, then we've got like a whole bunch of it over here that's completely pointless. And that is where the vein miner is useful, I guess. Cool, right. Reclaimed some space there. Up here, kind of see that this isn't actually necessary at this point. Yeah, so we've got to do some building on a larger scale here. And what I've been thinking is that this platform that we got right here, we wanna make this like a walk around where you like go up and over. Like I really want to take advantage of like a big space, like bigger than what we got dug out here. And we've got to start chalking up the different things that we put into them. So I thought the next bit might be quite a large array across this space that we could expand if needed in that direction a fair way. So what I'm thinking of doing is migrating our energy capacitor bank thing. I'm going to need a yellow wrench. So this will involve making vibrant capacitor banks and then having something like that. Yeah, kind of need like more information than just that. So if we go up here, we are taking out exuberant amounts of energies through these flux plugs. And I want to find a way to display how much they're sending out. Now when I did this before, I used RF tools, right? Hey, we got a noise in the air. It's MuxBucks Twitch here with the Prime. Thank you, MuxBucks. Appreciate it ever so much. Hope you're enjoying the stream. RF tools, power monitors, says Thomas Derp. You are on the right track. Let's actually type in power monitor. Actually, no, I think you might not be. Power relay, power cell. Well, there isn't a. Is it me or is there not a power monitor? I don't think there actually is. The thing that we want is actually just a screen, I think. So you need a screen controller. You need a bunch of screens. And then you're probably going to need the RF tools. Like, we're going to need a lot of learning going on here. This is not a quick job. So you have to connect a screen to it. So it's found one. Sneak right click for GUI and insertion of modules. Yes, okay. So it's the modules that we need. Which I might have not actually made a crafting recipe for, now that I think about it. I made a lot and then I kind of went, that's probably enough. So there's some modules, but they're for a different type of thing. The ones we want, storage module, this is it, the blue ones, right? Text screen, inventory. Ooh, I might be able to do some interesting stuff with that. Energy. Energy is probably it. Then you got fluids, machine information, computer screen, button, elevator, redstone, counter, storage control, and dump screen. So I'm pretty sure we want energy plus. But you have to click on site. I don't know if you can directly click on. Ooh, you can directly click on one of those. It was displaying something, right? Oh god. Please just make it. What is that? It's just sitting there. Let's make this simple. Like red and green. Okay, still seeing nothing. Test. Put that in as white. Still seeing nothing. Oh, do you know why we're seeing nothing? Because it did display something for a split second. I'll look in my chat and someone will tell me. Right, and y'all are putting derp faces in. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're really fiending for it, you know? It's like, at some point when you're putting a contraption together, you're like, oh yeah, that block needs energy, and then you crack on with it. But no, you're really fiending for it. You're like, oh god, just anything. Oh look, he didn't put down the power yet. Derp, 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 derp. You know? It's not good for your health. So that thing is like consistently pulling out a crazy amount. But we're not getting a readout, it looks like. That being said, RF per tick. Compact. Compass. Oh, you're all collectively spamming the dirt button. I see how it is. Do you know you're just making me more and more convicted to not press the dirt button here. My conviction runs strong today. Just looking for any excuse. There is a bar method. See, so what's going wrong now? Is basically it's not actually giving us any information. So how do we get it to give us information? I wonder if it would. Oh, do you know what? I might have not ever actually cleared it. Ah, okay. There's that as well. See that you go derp, derp. Look, you didn't clear it. Oh god, derp. Oh, you're using that mod from 10 years ago. And you forgot that you had to clear it first. What a derp. What an idiot. Okay. So that didn't seem to make any difference either. So now, can we click on the capacitor bank? Because I think it's going to do the thing as a whole. But if it does the one block directly above... Oh, it's definitely given us something different there, hasn't it? Let's get rid of the bar. 99%. Why do we get a... Oh, it's because I've set it to percent. Oh, right. Oh, I might have left it... Yeah, here we go. I might have left it on the wrong thing. Ah! That is fluctuating a fair bit, which is not the kind of information I want. One of the things that's really hard to do with this is to like get stable information coming through. You get a lot of fluctuating. But now let's try clicking on that. See now, that is just going to be stuck on 0. Okay, so that's not something to work with. Okay. Now, if I want to... Okay, I know how to do something, but it's not going to be good enough. Let me explain. I need to create a throughput, which we measure with this. Now, that has a max of 20,000 RF per tick, where this is using 170,000. And the maximum transfer limit is 800,000. So, does anyone know? I'm looking at chat now. Okay, they're still going, oh, give us our dirt. Give us our dirt button. Put a number on the screen next to that little face. It'll make me happy. Yeah. Fiends. Oh, there's Blackjack. I was looking for you. A Cryphrium filled Flux Duct is unlimited RF per tick. Right, so let's go to Flux Ducts. And it is the Cryphrium filled. Cryphrium's part of another thing we need to do. Cryo-stabilized Flux Duct. Empty. I think that's the one that's the crafting recipe. I was sort of expecting to see something mental here, but it might not be that mental. So, when it's filled... Oh, does it have to be filled with that first? So it's got this empty thing. And those are empty too. Will I also need to make that? Can't believe X has been streaming for years and not a single derp. The man is unstoppable, says X Skeleton. Yeah, why is there this derp emote here? I don't even understand that. Oh, Xisuma, the best modded player in existence. We praise your perfection, the one who never makes mistakes. Bless us with your flawless play. Thanks. Absolutely flawless every time. Yes, you have to fill them. Okay, thanks. So... I could go straight to doing that, but what I'm going to do is quickly jump to the thing that comes before it, because it's still going to be useful for a test, I think. It'll at the very least be insightful. So that is made with that one, right? Yeah. And then that one's made with that one. Cool. Oh. Oh, right, there we go. So we go ahead and what's going on here? That's what's going on. That should use fused quartz. Which I guess I should pick up this way. Fused quartz. Guess I need a bunch. Should be rather quick to come back, that one. There you go. So if I put that in the middle, we're good. So we can easily make the first tier. Now, I'm not sure... Oh, we'll just go with that. So there's your second tier. That can easily be made. Then we have our third tier, which can also be easily made. And finally, the last tier needs those. Cool. And then for the very last bit, we need to go a little bit above and beyond. But for now, we're going to chuck these into here. And I'm not going to make the top tier because I think it needs to be filled in to be used. So we'll go with resonant, which, does it tell us how much? Doesn't tell us how much it transfers. So now we ask for some resonant stuff. Just 10. And then we want to possibly make... Okay, what mod is this one again? Let's go back to that so I can just grab it. It is thermodynamics. Right, so servos, that's the one. Now, items, fluids, restrictions, items, fluids. So I think with power, you probably don't actually need something like that. I'm not sure if I've used these before with power. Okay, so back up to that top area with the screen. What we're going to do is zip off our brine production for a second. Attach one of these. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. You don't need servos for flux ducts, only items, fluids. Okay. You need to fill it with liquid redstone. Oh, what, even that level? It does say empty, to be fair. Oh, yeah, look. So we need a fluid transposer. Fluid transposer. We got that. Let's get some kits to upgrade it as well. We'll chuck this thing next to that. Cool. Right, so that thing is ready to put some redstone in to the pipes that we just made. Okay then. I'm not sure. I think that goes... This is just the transposer. You need the other... Ah! So if I go here and... Oh god, it's not gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna bring it up. So... Oh, dearie me. Type at the top. Resonant. There it is. So not only do you need to do that, you need to get that... Yeah, magma crucible. I had a hunch. And we have a fully upgraded magma crucible that's resonant, so... It'll even pick up power from there temporarily. Temporarily. So the output is auto on this side, and the input is blue, if we were to do that. There you go. And then those go there. And it transposes them. Nice. Now we can actually use it to connect these two things together. Looks like that's working. Its limit is 25,000, so this might not be as insightful as I'd like it to be, but if we put that there and put it in here, oh, invalid. Ah, that's like the least promising. Oh man, I really want to find a good way to do this. Is it the part that I'm clicking on? Like, what happens if I click on... Energy module is cleared. Kind of looks like I can't click it on there. You didn't do it correctly, says Thomas Durr. It doesn't look like I can do it correctly, sadly. It doesn't want to hook up. Oh dear. Right, chat, maybe blackjack. Ideas? We want this thing to display the actual number that we see here. On some of them, that's going to be way more interesting because they're going to fluctuate, which will look cool when displayed. Maybe you need a longer cable. That is not a bad shout. Might as well try a longer cable. I don't think it's going to work though, but... Oh yeah, and then that will happen. Well, yeah, it just clears it wherever I click. So... yeah, so we want to display like the raw power coming through our base at various points. Because we use the flux plugs, we just need an intermediary that can be used through these screens, or something else in the mod pack. I've done those screens before, but is there a network monitor? Let's try that. So the network monitor is from RF Tools, right? Okay. TO6 Spad says X has a Discord. I do, it's like semi-private. It's for Patreons and Twitch subs. And there's possibly other integrations in there as well. So network tool is that thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with this blackjack. Do I click... Whoa. That is cool. Wait, did I just... yeah, that was with this. Ooh. I don't think that goes in there, right? Oh, it does. No, it doesn't really. What about integrated dynamics? Let's have a look. Peeps, if you got any ideas and you want to help out... that mod is probably a bit out of my range, really. Forget the screen, just hold that thing. Nah, we want it on the screen because it's aesthetic. I don't want to pull out an item and have the whole base look different. You could use an intermediary high-tier Ender IO power bank. Okay, let's have a look. Power bank from Ender IO. That doesn't appear to be a thing. There are power monitors. You know what, you give me an idea though. The power buffer, I don't know how much that has for it. We could use multiple arrays of capacitor banks. So let's say what we're actually doing over here is we're running... I mean, I'll use that now because it's 25 RF per tick. We could definitely get something, well, like those resonant crystal ones that would allow us to take advantage of this massive bandwidth into one that's big enough for that. So we would have like a main capacitor bank and then sub-capacitor banks using those Cryphrium things to move the power around. So the question is, really, because that thing's now limited to 20, does this work with that again? I've got a feeling it didn't. Like... oh, wait a minute. No, it does clear on that one, okay, because I shift-clicked on that to get capacitor bank. Yeah, again, like, we're not really seeing any kind of throughput here. We can see a percentage, which is probably, it's, ooh, 38. So if we wanted to see how much percent something had, we could put that in, but most of the time, everything's going to be set up to be like 100%, but it's still a metric we can use. Then there's none. Then there's RF. Now, what's that number? 7666000. That's what it's stuck on because it's just perfectly moving through all the energy. So we can get some readouts, but we can't get the one that you know, gives you that what's currently moving through the base type look. If I recall correctly, Ender IO capacitor banks do have a feature to display it has unlimited transfer. That's a point. Yeah, we might. So if we did this method. Yeah, you see, look, the in-out stays at 0, like, even because it's equalized, right? It's in and out is being calculated against one another. What I really want is just input in one part and output in another. Just one of those metrics would give us exactly what we wanted. So that's not the way to do it. Any other suggestions, chat? Here's what I think. Let's call this homework. If you want to have a little brainstorm in your Stoneblock world and suss this out, it will lead to great things. Because what we'll do is we'll have big screens. You can make them bigger than this. By the way, you can, I think, set the font to be really big too. Maybe not there. Maybe you need more plugins. But we'll be able to display. So we'll have it set up so that you see the Flux plug, and then there'll be a display next to it. So you can go into this area and see all of the power in the base and where it's going. Try a 4x4 slide, it may display more info. I think you don't need to make it 4x4. There is a way to connect them actually. Maybe it is 4x4, maybe they have to be a square. There is a way to make them bigger, I don't know what it is right now though. And we've got a noise in here, it's Frank5872 here with the Prime. Thank you for using the Prime subscription on me, my dude. I appreciate it and hope you enjoy the stream. Creative screen and screen. You don't connect them, you hit it with a wrench to make it bigger. Ah, got ya. But all it did was make that same screen size bigger, so it doesn't actually give you more space. Anyway, yeah, we're going to wrap it up there today, peeps. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've actually overrun my time a little bit. And I'll be back again tomorrow because we're doing these daily. I don't know what time I'm streaming tomorrow, but I'll figure it out. And if you want to have a little investigation yourself, you're more than welcome to. You can hit me up on Twitter if you find a solution. I did it in the past, and I don't think I can do it the same way again because of how much power we use, but you know, we'll figure something out with time. We got all the time in the world in this world. Right, I'm going to send you over to Jamorian today, who's oh god, I've managed to close my Twitch page. Who's launched a new server, so if you want to go check that out, you can go check it out. I got to shoot off though, so I won't be around. Anyway, hit the follow button, hit the rate button, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, peeps. Bye bye.